Good morning, my friends, wherever you may be in the world today. Alan Clements here from blessed Ubud, Bali, June 17th, 2022. Decided today to give a brief overview of my upcoming World Dharma Meditation and Mindful Intelligence residential retreat. Blessed to be given a splendid Buddhist temple deep in nature here on this blessed island. Arbitrarily, I've chosen 15 people who wish to attend full-time, and we have now, I think, close to 10 people who've committed, some coming from Australia, Canada, and others here from the island at the moment. Now, what to expect? It's been a couple of years since my last retreat in Burma, prior to the military coup d'etat in 2021. By way of saying, this is a very important event. I mean, everything is important, right? But to be given the opportunity, and oh, by the way, it's offered freely. I have ceased being part of the exchange industry. I personally will leave a donation for the temple. I live on donations, and no one's keeping track. If you wish to support your food and shelter there by keeping alive the tradition of what's known as dana, or unconditional generosity, that's going to be your choice. And if you wish to support me, that's your choice as well. But it's offered freely to 15 people. 15 is just a number that I feel comfortable with to share these 7 days and 6 nights from July 25th to the 31st. Now, what to expect? I've done lots of retreats over the last 40 years. I've actually participated in more than I've led. I love the concept in the experience of retreat. It's basically checking out of the normalcy of day to day and being looked after, being cared for to participate in what I call active present time presence. And it's a developmental opportunity to give oneself this very special Dharma sacred gift to employ these timeless qualities of consciousness, mindfulness, intelligence, tenderness, respect, dignity, conscience, self-love, self-compassion, generosity, sensitivity, the art of simply feeling present time presence with an intelligence to begin to learn more and more of the state of mind that's present and crafting, co-crafting within consciousness, beautiful states of mind. The retreat, in essence, is what I've learned over the decades in Burma and around the world, what's known as bhavana, the beautification of consciousness. The employment of specific states to develop co-creatively more enhanced, radiant, beautiful states. Rooted in aesthetics, cognitive aesthetics. Everyone will do it differently. So that's a little bit of the kind of overview theme, but specific aspects of the retreat. There'll be meditation, which I'll explain here briefly. There'll be writing. I have developed over the decades a kind of self-therapeutic, kind of personal writing process that's in itself not writing, but it's spiritualized, dharmically therapeutic, in that you discover elements of being through the process of communicating feeling and insight and mindfulness. And writing is like a type of art. And it's been very effective over the years. I write a lot personally, but this is a very specific type of writing based upon self-questions. No one's sharing anything. So meditation and writing, communion with the group, 2 meals a day, vegetarian meals, possibly a snack in the later afternoon. And this meditation and writing and silence, it's a silent retreat in that everyone commits to silence. And in the group space, everything is done as a group. The meditation, the writing, the group dialogue, questions and answers, the talks that I give throughout the day, a few minutes here, a little bit more later in the evening. We create a sacred container for the space in this precious silence to feel, which is such a rare gift in life, to begin to open up the senses and sensitize and just call off the momentum into the next. Everything is taken care of for us. The food, the mosquito nets, the meditation cushions, the yoga that's being offered. My time, everyone's time. We're communing in grace together and respecting each other's space to elevate beautiful states of mind. Now, meditation, for those of you who maybe know a little, maybe want to know more, the way I approach meditation is the way I learned, which is not so much sitting meditation alone, but we call it all posture meditation. So sitting meditation, walking meditation, standing meditation, eating meditation, lying down meditation, and everything in between. So that the entire day is the event of occupying present time presence with mindful, intelligent feeling. Mindful intelligence is the art of mindfully feeling that which is present as it's occurring and learning to discern what it actually is. A color, a sound, a sense of smell. How rarely an individual, I have found, just takes the forward momentum out of eating. We eat in silence, but there's no hurry to get through the meal in order to take a nap, in order to meditate, in order to go to bed, in order to get up. There's no priority given to the future here. It's all in the expansiveness of occupying that which is occurring and doing it with tremendous care, uniqueness, elegant, mindful, graceful care. The way we reach for our food, see the food, lift it to our mouths, place it on our tongue, lower the fork or chopsticks, and just to feel, taste, chew, swallow, and be nurtured by this morsel of food, and to feel that energy in the body, taking the future out of the present, and feeling the future, feeling the past, feeling the present with this remarkable sense of just occupying this rare experience from July 25th to the 31st of just being in my body, being in my mind, being in my feelings, reflecting, thinking, and bringing the best of me to the present. In a way, it could be simplified to occupying our senses, polishing the awareness of our senses, opening up the dimensions of consciousness to perceive, to hear, to opening our own intuitive, sensory, psychic doors, to polish the psychic intuitive, being deep in nature with birds and the lizards and all the various flowers and orchids. And what a rare nature bath in itself, and to be in this luminous light, so that we're just nurtured by the most simplistic things that life has to offer. The group spaces, silent group meditation, not for long, sometimes as short as 10 minutes, no longer than a couple of sessions throughout the day, maybe 45 minutes or an hour. And I'm very good at helping people understand an easy entry into the art of meditation. How to occupy a comfortable sitting posture and just occupy the sensations of your body. How rare it is in life just to feel the breath come into the body and the breath to leave the body. And we focus on bodily sensations, breathing sensations, and we sensitize to that process and begin to see not just so much the breath coming and going, but the sacredness of being an oxygen breathing creature on a planet in infinity. And we go, oh my God. So it's a real return, if you will, to the feeling experience of the sacred and being vulnerable and being human and just taking time, the gift of taking time in our lives for radical, spiritualized, dharmically oriented self-care. Just to chill in nature together. Now, the group spaces, there'll be meditation. We also have a couple of times in the day a chance to come together and write and to communicate with my little talks that I give on the nature of world Dharma, and a chance to dialogue. Nothing is forced upon anyone. People can stay silent for the entire 7 days and be fully supported in their own solitude, in their own silence. I expect nothing of you except just to follow the rules of conduct that the monastery, the temple, has asked us to follow. No alcohol, no nicotine, no drugs, and to walk softly on their temple grounds, probably barefoot, and sandals when you're outside. And to be respectful of the staff there who will provide our food and the various other things for us to do what we need to do in this residential retreat from July 25th until the 31st. By the way, if you're interested, many people have reached out, and there's quite a few people who are navigating how to get here. Some I know, some I don't know, and I am not really being that partial to anyone, just those who show the greatest interest and want to be there and follow the rules of conduct and feel that it's really important for them. By all means, let's join forces, and you're welcome. And right now, as I said, we have about 7 spaces remaining, and I'm going to limit it to 15 people. Bring a notebook, bring pen, reach out to me through Messenger, email, through my website. There's a contact page, or direct message me, and I'll send you the information. And if there's any questions, reach out with your questions. And feel invited to join in this very rare for me opportunity to meditate, to occupy my life, and to feel. There's a time right now for me that I want to just be in active, intimate silence, and to get more quiet and to hear the more intuitive voices of my heart, to be more skilled in making decisions on what's appropriate for me at this point in my life. There's a lot of things that are going on for all of us, the same for me. And I want to be as skillful as possible with these choices, where to be, how to know what's true, what to do, when to do it, with whom to do it with. And so I'm giving myself personally this gift of this week-long retreat. It's come together beautifully thanks to Kylie and the owners of the temple to be in this sacred space together. I hope that provides a little bit of an overview. I guess I want to conclude here and just say, you will be supported fully. If there's anything that I've done in my life that I really respect, it's the retreat space. I love being in these sacred containers where you're just cared for, held, and you hold yourself and each other in sacred silence and respectful communion. It's a chance for us to just simply be beautiful in our best expression. And no one's going to ultimately be keeping track of what you should look like. You can feel, you can cry, you can hurt, you can open, you can be in awe. Here in Bali, especially at night, of course, you can look up and you feel that you are truly in infinity. As crazy and psychedelicized as that sounds, we're always in infinity. But my God, you're held in this canopy of infinite galaxies. And what a gift that we get to commune and feel this infinite state of mind called everywhere simultaneously. And then within it, employ these ancient, timeless qualities in this sacred environment on the slope of a volcano, an active one at that, in this archipelago known as Indonesia in South Asia, planet Earth, in this temporary blip of time, just to feel. And so you'll be held and supported in a meditative way. And for those of you who don't know much about meditation, meditation is one of the greatest gifts you can give your life. It's not simply sitting quietly, becoming calm and happy and peaceful. It's much more rich than that. It's being authentic and completely occupying the most dignified aspects of your own inner beingness. That's the basis of meditation. I've talked to so many political prisoners in Burma over the decades, sadly and beautifully, and a number of them have told me they got through the harshest prison terms by meditation. Through the ancient art, not Buddhist art, the ancient art of mindful co-occupation with that too. Include, occupy, release. Include, occupy, release, and creatively engage bhavana, the bhavanification of consciousness, the beautiful states of mind. How to simply eat in dignity, they would tell me. How do you walk in dignity? How do you breathe in dignity? How do you stand in dignity? Even though these iron bars are meant to keep us captive, no one can imprison us except ourselves. The meditation is this active practice of freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from shame, freedom from ignorance, freedom from anger, and equally, as my teacher Seda U Pandita would say, he spoke about the ancient Dharma art of learning to quiver, he would say, in that sacred dimension between freedom and fear. Call it humanness, deep humanness. We're not trying to rid the mind of something, but how to embrace a more divine feminine engagement of complexity with a more intimate, dignified presence. You can never really ultimately be fearless. And there could be moments of the absence of greed, the absence of fear, the absence of anger, but a lot of the time that we're living in a coexisting dimension. And how do you do that with grace, with poise, with self-love, self-respect? So a lot of meditation is learning how to coexist with these complex states of mind without running, without hiding, without shaming, without fearing. So bring a notebook, bring some pens, bring a cushion to sit on, bring a shawl, bring your sunglasses, bring whatever you need to bring. I'll remind you in an email if you want to reach out to me to see if there's space. I would encourage you to look carefully into your life, reach out if you're serious. The first 15 people will commit to that. And from July 25th to the 31st, here in the blessed island of Bali, in the archipelago here in Indonesia, we have this sacred opportunity to partake of a 7-day residential retreat. I'm honored to say offered freely on donations for 15 people to participate. So if you're interested, anyone in your life, your friends, your partner, you're more than welcome to reach out and participate if the space still exists. So from my heart to yours, thank you for tuning in. God willing, see you tomorrow morning, sometime in the morning. I'm sorry I can't give a specific time. It depends on different factors, but it's always going to be before 9 in the morning here from Bali. You can always watch it on Facebook, on YouTube, on SoundCloud. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.